Okay, so I've been getting asked what engravings can you go a Shadowhunter, okay? And this can be like the good engravings, some budget engravings if you're making an alt for it and you don't want to spend a lot of gold, because I'm sure you've looked at the market and you've seen like, wow, I don't want to spend more than my main on an alt, right? Because of how expensive the market is. That's why I'm here, okay? That's why I'm here to talk about engraving choices, okay? Okay, so main engravings, okay? The main engraving, #1 priority is Demonic Impulse, okay? Demonic Impulse, max this out, level 3 only. Don't go level 1. Just try to get level 3. Level 3 is the you need this, okay? Very good value for level 3 engraving. Now we talk about common engravings, okay? Grudge, very easy. 20% damage to bosses at level 3. Don't take it at level 1 or 2. Only at level 3. Yeah. Best DPS engraving in the game. Enough said. Keen Blunt is also a good engraving because as a spec crit class, with your class engraving that gives 30% crit and your set effect that also gives crit, depending on what set you're using, crit damage is good, right? Because you're going to be critting a lot. You're going to be yellow numbering. Okay? Keen Blunt's like very good for its value. At least 60% crit. You should have that if you're building your character right. Okay. And another good one is Adrenaline. Adrenaline gives you 15% crit when you keep it up, and also 6% AP when you have a max adrenaline stacks, okay? It's very easy to keep it up because all your demon skills are like, well, the short ones are like 6 seconds, 4 seconds, so it's very easy to keep it up, and this lasts like 6 seconds. So it's just a permanent buff. There's a lot of value in this. AP increase and crit rate. Very good. I just talked about Grudge, Keen Blunt, Adrenaline. The best 3x4 setup you can go on an alt or a main if you're building it is Demonic Impulse, Grudge, Keen Blunt, Adrenaline. Okay, this is probably the best 3x4 setup you can go. If you're planning to 3x5 the character, now we move on to the 5th engraving choice, okay? One option is First Stall, okay? First Stall, attack power 16%, use it at level 3, okay? It's like the same boat as Grudge, don't use it at level 1 or 2, use it at level 3. 16% AP increase. It affects, since it's an AP increase, it affects other things too, like your awakening, and also your bleed rune ticks, because bleed rune scales up on AP, right? So with this, you have like, it affects other things. I can't name them from the top of my head, but I'm sure it's out there. I forgot what else it affects. Another 5th engraving is Hitmaster. Hitmaster is 16% damage when you're using a non-directional skill, okay? Which is basically all of your demon skill. And you might be thinking, well, aren't Curse Stall and Hitmaster the same thing? So Hitmaster doesn't affect your awakenings. Curse Stall does. And also Hitmaster, it's not an AP increase, right? It's just a increase on damage for skills that are non-directional. So there's a big debate between these two, Curse Stall and Hitmaster. Honestly, from a min-max POV, Curse Stall is the better one out of the two. But I think the difference is very minuscule. So like some people, because like the difference in DPS is very like small, they'd rather just take the Hitmaster because Curse Stall has a healing 25% recovery reduction. So like your pots and stuff. So some people just opt to take Hitmaster for some reason. No, for that reason, not some reason. Which is fine. But I think in the end, Curse Stall is a better pick. And another option is Raid Captain. The Raid Captain, you get more damage based on your move speed. When your max move speed at 140%, it's 18% damage, right? But you need to hit that max move speed, right? Which is very easy, right? Because when you transform, you get 20% speed. So you're already at 120%. The cap is 140. You're playing with a Yearning support. What is that? That's like 8%. Yeah, so you're going to be at 128. And if you're like me or like any other Shadowhunter and you use Rage Rune, which gives you 16% when you proc it, or if you're using the epic one, which is 12%, you should be able to hit the cap very, very easily. So yeah, there's that. Cost-effective engraving. I'm sure you've seen the market for Shadowhunter. You've seen spec engravings. Because this class shares spec with Grudge, Keen Blunt, Adrenaline, and also Cursed All Hitmaster, a lot of other classes use this too, right? Because of that, accessories tend to be very, very expensive, like really, really expensive, even if you're trying to gear an alt. I'm gonna just list a few cost-effective engravings. I'll just talk about them briefly and like why you would use them. So first cost-effective engraving is Precise Dagger. Precise Dagger gives you, at max level, gives you 20% crit, and well, it reduces your crit damage. But now it might sound like a bad thing. You lose 12% crit damage. If you're trying to be cost effective, it's pretty good because it's actually very cheap on the market. And because you go with Precise Dagger, you can choose to drop Adrenaline if you're trying to be cheap. And a lot of people have said, oh yeah, using Keen Blunt with Precise Dagger is, you know, it's not a good idea, right? You're right about that, but if you're trying to be cost effective, it's fine. Another cost effective engraving would be Spirit Absorb, okay? While I've made fun of this in the past, I still do make fun of it. While you're trying to be cheap on a Shadowhunter, okay? Spirit Absorption is not a bad idea, okay? I would say if you're planning on, I think this is only good on an alt. I don't think you should go Spirit Absorb if you're maining the class, okay? How about Mass Increase? Okay, no. Okay. Let's talk about Mass Increase. I'm not a fan of it because that 10% attack speed is actually big. Giga cost effective, but I am just warning you, you may regret it. It's probably like one of the worst cost effective options you can get because of that attack speed reduction. It's an option. I don't recommend it. Even if you're trying to be cheap, I don't recommend it. Now, I just talked about cost-effective engravings. Please try not to use multiple cost-effective engravings. I don't want to see people going Demonic Impulse, Precise Dagger, Raid Spirit, Ether Predator, okay? Don't use multiple cost-effective engravings. Otherwise, you are severely hindering your damage. Then it's a big problem, okay? I would say at the very most, use one cost-effective. So either like Precise Dagger, or I don't know, whatever is cheap to you. But anyways, that's about it. I'm recording this from my Twitch stream live right now. As you can see, the chat is here. Say hi, chat, to YouTube. If you enjoyed, check out my Twitch. If you're already watching on Twitch, check out my YouTube. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.